Tonight, Thursday, is the start of the Michigan Theater member movie series. Every Thursday night, members of the Michigan Theater are invited to come in and watch a movie for free. Non-members are welcome as well. The movie is just $5. The auditorium opens at 6:30. The movies start at 7 o'clock. Tonight's movie is Singin' in the Rain with Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds. Membership's only $25, so if you join on your first attendance, within 5 weeks, you'll have your membership paid for. So check it out tonight at the Michigan Theater.
We'd like to now welcome the Deputy Health Officers at the Jackson County Health Department, Matthew Budd and Holly Flickinger. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to see you guys. So 2022, you guys were able to do so much more outreach and actually, be in front of people. Talk about how 2022 was compared to obviously the thick pandemic years.
Right. Well, of course, 2020, 2021, very challenging to get out in the community, see people. Schools weren't always in person. Churches weren't meeting quite as often. Community events, of course, there were a lot fewer of them. So 2021 was fantastic. We were able to get out of our mass vaccine clinics and actually meet people in the community at different events. So back to school events, being able to be at the kindergarten roundups, being able to work with our local churches and places of worship to get out and spread health promoting messages. We were able to get out in the community a lot more, and we think in 2023 we'll be able to collaborate a lot more too.
How important, Holly, are those kindergarten roundups that you guys attend? Talk a little bit about some of the services that you offer, make people aware of at those.
Yeah, actually Matthew's probably better to answer that question as far as kindergarten roundups,
Sure.
but I can speak a little bit about school involvement in other
Sure.
programs.
Yeah. So for our kindergarten roundups, those are really focused on immunizations and WICs, which are the two programs that I work closely with. So making sure children have the vaccines they need to be able to enroll in school, and the parents have the information that they need to know what those vaccines are for and why they're important. And then WIC is often there too, depending on which kindergarten roundup, to help families know that there's other services in regards to food, education, and benefits too, especially if they have younger kids with them.
One area of public health that I know was different during the pandemic and is now changing again is the incidence of STDs and STIs, and that's something that you as a department continue to work with.
It is. 2020 and 2021, it was very hard to work with our populations that we really usually see in our clinics to come in. We gave out a lot less condoms in our community, but we know that people were still having intimate relations with one another. So we did see an increase in sexually transmitted infections throughout the state. Syphilis is on the rise throughout Michigan and the U.S., and we've even had cases pass on to infants from mothers that were positive.
Really?
So we're working with the community a lot. We're trying to, there's actually several dispensaries in Michigan that are, and in Jackson, that are taking some condoms and lubes, very inconspicuous packages, just brown packages. That way if someone is coming in and wants to be protected while they do have sex, there's resources available. You can always come to the health department too.
One thing you guys have coming up that I thought was pretty interesting is you guys are going to talk about social media and the impact on social media. And this is something that you guys are going to be doing within the schools. Talk a little bit about this program.
Yeah, so one of our programs that go into the schools is called Empowering Youth Today, and they work with middle school age students. It's part of our teen pregnancy prevention initiative, but they're middle school focused. And they went to a conference this summer and they saw an amazing guest speaker called Max Stossel. And I don't want to steal their thunder because hopefully here in the next few weeks they'll come and talk a little bit more, but we are hoping to bring him here in March. And he talks a lot about the effects of social media. He used to be one of the people who produced the algorithms that drew people into social media. Wow. So he's going to talk about that and the effects and kind of ways to combat that. And we're going to do some partnering with the schools. So they're going to do, he's going to be the guest speaker for the ISD, as well as some parent sessions in the evenings and some assemblies during the school day. So. Yeah. We're really excited about that.
Just say no to social media.
You guys brought some photos of some of the things that you've been involved with over this past year. This is one of your health fairs. Yeah,
that was the Back to School Blast right downtown in August. I think there were over 1,000 people in attendance. And that is Back to School Blast. We had WIC, present and our health resource advocates there at that event.
Are there people eligible to enroll in WIC that probably don't know that they are, Matthew?
Oh, about 70% of families here in Jackson County with children 5 and under are eligible.
Did everyone hear that?
Wow.
70%, and we know 70% is about the number nationwide as well. So, yeah.
If you
That
have
really
any
puts things
questions,
into
if you might
perspective.
be able to be eligible,
Right.
please check with us.
Right.
So there's a lot of people that aren't, they're just
Yeah.
not taking advantage of the service. They might not even know about it.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
And all the various nutrition and family health things, like we have a breastfeeding coalition.
Right. Yeah, and we collaborate with the Breastfeeding Coalition. WIC is really a great service. The benefits aren't like food stamps or anything like that. They're really targeted towards foods to make your family healthy and your infant healthy, and it's paired with a lot of education about what
Sure.
nutrition we need to be healthy and what nutrition really your kids need to be healthy. So it's really an educational program, and there's some supplemental things for formula and food, fruits and vegetables too.
Interesting.
As the federal government says, the health emergency continues as far as this pandemic. It's with us for a while. The tools that you have, like testing, screening, the vaccines, you still are offering vaccines at your clinic?
Yes. Yeah, we are. A lot of flu right now, and quite a few COVID-19 boosters, and nationwide we've seen a decrease in childhood immunizations too. So we're trying to get all the kids back on schedule. And Jackson's actually doing pretty well. We've recovered a lot of the progress that was lost in 2020 and 2021, but we still have a little ways to go to catch up to where we were back in 2019.
What are some calls that you get from the community? Maybe some things we wouldn't think about that might be related to public health?
Oh, interesting. You know, I'm not really too sure how to answer that.
Yeah, I kind of put you on the spot with that one.
No, no problem. You know, I know that we do still have a lot of calls and questions, and we're available for resources. Our webpage has up-to-date information, and we're always happy to talk. If someone does have any questions related to public health or what we're doing or why we're doing it.
Everything that people do in this community, it's affected by the health department, restaurants, all the environmental health issues that we deal with, things that mosquitoes and the diseases that animals transmit. Something that you do every day is impacted by the health department. It's a pretty big job.
Yeah, I take for granted all the hard work our sanitarians do to make sure our food restaurants are like up to date and our sewage and septic systems are operating the way that they should. So lots of good things that come out of our department.
I always ask which restaurants are the.
You do? Yeah.
They never tell me. They're all clean. If they're open, they're clean.
Why
That's
don't
how
you
I see
call-
it, yeah.
You call Ottawa County and ask them how their restaurants are doing.
Yeah, Ottawa County's having a few issues with their health department and their board of commissioners.
Yeah, sounds like a circus, but no problems here in Jackson. We have great people, so it's nice to know.
It's good to be supported.
Yeah,
and
Google
to be
it.
able to get out in the community.
Yeah,
and,
Google
and
it, Ottawa County. It's interesting over there.
Well, thanks for all that you guys do, and thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Deputy Health Officers with Jackson County Health Department, Matthew Budd and Holly Flickinger. We have more of the morning show, so stay with us.